I can hear someone trying to join in. Is that
This
you
is
and Ngozi?
this is yeah, this is Ngozi. Please, I want to ask her if she's enjoying the marriage. Hello?
Hello?
Were you wondering if,
Why? Yeah.
for remarriage, were you wondering if the marriage is
Yes.
good? This is Michelle in San
Yes.
Diego. And I have been married for a year to my new husband,
Okay.
and it is very good. I think that it is a life-giving experience for me. It has helped me to recognize in myself that I'm still alive and that there's still a life for me to live that is connected to, but also separate from my late husband. And I think that was the hardest part for me to reconcile when I was considering remarriage was will I be able to still love Phil when I love someone else? And the answer to that for me has been absolutely yes. And a lot of that is influenced by the fact that my current husband is not threatened by my love for my late husband. In fact, he sees that as proof that I'm capable of great love. And if I'm capable of great love, then that means I'm capable of greatly loving him as well. And so it has been a really beautiful experience. I was terrified, I'll tell you that. And I do still experience some issues around my widowhood in my new marriage, mostly about the idea that my husband died in an accident. And so I think I have a lot of anxiety sometimes around the idea that I would have to do this again, that I would have to be widowed again. Knowing it now, I have really no desire to revisit. But I also have to say that I know that I can.
You are lucky then.
Yeah. Well, and I know that I can.
You are very.
I have,
You are
and
very
I will.
lucky.
Thank you. I feel very fortunate, and I understand the apprehension that people feel about remarriage and the fear of
Yes.
what that means. And also people assume that means you must be over it. You're all better. You've forgotten all about that other guy, the one who died. And that's not true. That's the farthest thing from the truth, actually. But, at the end of the day, I had to recognize again that it's about me and it's about the life that I'm going to create for myself and for my family. And as long as I know that Phil will always be in my heart and the people I care about most don't doubt that, then I just need to go about creating a life that matters. And that has been what's driven me through all of the things I've done since Phil died, but especially in my new marriage and in having the courage to embrace life. It's scary.
I asked this question because I've seen a lot of widows that remarried and they are not enjoying the marriage. So I'm even afraid getting married again. But if I can get a good man, just like your own, since you said you are enjoying it, so
Yeah.
I pray I can get one.
Well, and I think that really is about being able to remarry for the right reasons. I think there's all kinds of reasons why we get into a new relationship, and sometimes it's because we just don't want to be alone. Because it's lonely, it's hard. It's hard to be an only parent. It's hard to be widowed and wish that you weren't the only one in your life who doesn't have another person to share everything with. But, I know I
So
also... I'm sorry, go
He
ahead.
accepted you with your child.
He did. Yes, he did. He has no children
Okay.
of his own. I have 3. And
Okay.
I think that the thing that amazes me most about him is that he is just able to let me be who I am. He loves this me, and this me has lived through being widowed. This me has lived through losing someone and having to recreate my life in a way that I never imagined. And the people that I know who are remarried widows all have said so many of the similar things, which is, he loves the me that I am now. And this me was created from the ashes of what I have lived through. And he accepts that as we all have a past. He has a past. Everyone has a past.
Yes.
It just so happens that my past includes someone that I still love and will always love. But that again proves that I'm capable of that kind of love, and you're capable of that kind of love. When you've loved someone till the very end of their lives, you've given them a gift that is invaluable, in my opinion.
I'd add to
I would
that
like
that
to ask a question to Michelle. Michelle's Isabella, we talked a while ago.
Hi, Isabella. I didn't get to say goodbye to you.
Well, I'm very interested in this question of remarriage. How did you know that he was the one? Because sometimes you look at somebody and you wonder, do they really understand the situation that you're in and that you don't want any more problems, that they should be serious? So for me, the past 7 years, that has been very hard to go by. And I'm asking all the ladies who have remarried, how do you know, yes, this is the right person, he's serious and he's not going to cause you more pain?
For this particular question, it's easy for me to answer because the first opportunity he had to talk to me about my late husband, he said, I don't know if this is the right thing to say to you, but I just want you to know that I understand how hard it must have been to lose him. And the fact that you have been able to be so positive in your life after just says so much to me about who you are and about the kind of love you must have shared with him. And for him to be able in his first, very early in our relationship, for him to be able to say to me, to open the question and to not be afraid. Clearly he wasn't afraid. He was the one who opened the question. He knew that I was widowed, but we had not talked about it because, when do you talk about that? And it seems to me like, sooner rather than later, you want to know, is he going to be able to handle it? I met a woman once who told me that she used to meet people, and in the first 2 minutes of her date, she would say, "I'm widowed." And if they ran out the door, that meant they weren't the right one. But
I do the same.
I put it as the first line in my match ad because I figured that it would send anyone who couldn't handle it screaming, and I wouldn't have to waste any time on them.
Robin and I know each other, and I have to tell you that she's been a great inspiration to me because I knew her before I had remarried, and I did wrestle. Am I doing the right thing? But recently I met with the preacher who married us, and he said to me, "Michelle, I knew that you were in the right place because the only thing you could see on your wedding day was your soon-to-be husband." And it was so true. I could be in the moment, and I was really afraid that I wouldn't be in the moment. I'd be in a former life where I'd remember the minute I said those words to Phil, or I'd remember, the horror of how he was lost. And, here I was taking that risk again, but I couldn't. I didn't see any of that. I just saw him, and I saw what could be our future. And I know better, we all know, all of you on this call know that we don't have a guarantee. There's no guarantee what will come next around the corner. But to be able to be in that moment and just say, in this moment, love is enough. In this moment, the future is still a question because it always is. But we can go forward with hope, and that's what drives me, to go forward with hope and hope that it can be better.
I'd like you to listen to some of the comments that we've been picking up online as well as from listeners. Linda Lucy in Florida posted on Griff's Journey discussion board saying, "This coming Thursday night, I'm going on the first date I've been on since 1974. Richard Nixon was in the White House the last time I dated. I'm all giddy. I'm 18 again," she says.
Good for you.
Indeed. I really just want a friend who I can go to places with and do things with, because I'm tired of being the fifth wheel when we all go out. I don't even know how to date in the 21st century. What would you say to Lucy?
Be yourself.
Go, gal.
Yeah.